All right. Nobody worry. Your fearless leader has returned. And before we start today's show, I'm going to give a 10 bell salute to 5-star General Leader Scott Hall. Sally passed away. So join me in a moment of silence for Scott Hall. Okay. Don't miss you, Scott. What's up, everybody? I got a show tonight. Hanging out with my boy, Dope Comics. We'll be talking about some wrestling, some comic books, dude. So if you ain't doing nothing, feel like hanging out. But before all that, let me bring in the guest for tonight,
What
Dope
about it,
Comics.
Biggie? What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
Doing great.
Doing good, doing good. All right. So we got our show Friday. We're gonna be doing. Knights of Old's coming. It's gonna probably be me, Doc, probably D, Puff, Hialeah. You know, usually if you've been on the show, you're pretty much welcome back, stuff like that. So, um,
Should be
our
good.
guest is gonna be, yeah, we're gonna have Knights of Old, and we're gonna be talking about toys and stuff. So that's gonna be good. But for tonight, man, I got my boy Dope's phone number, and I've been hitting him up and talking to him about doing other shows and stuff. And he watches AEW on Wednesdays. I'm not much of a AEW watcher too much. I watch enough to get myself in trouble, but not enough to know anything. But before we go there, man, let's just chime in on, old Razor Ramon. This is the New World Order Comics, New World Order comics channel. And the reason I named my channel New World Order Comics, because everybody knows me as the Immortal Biggie Shack, is because I I couldn't stand seeing anybody else do it. And I had a feeling it was going in that direction because there's a lot more wrestling, comic book stuff going on lately. And I felt like it should be where it's supposed to be, and that's where I know as me 84 and 90 about 3 years ago started doing the NWO gimmicks, and I was like, fuck it, I'm Hogan. Speaking of the devil, god damn, 90 original NWO member himself, 90 MF Comics. I was just explaining to him where the history came from, but yeah, I just I always loved Hogan, and we did a top 5 show, and me and 84, 90 might have been there too, I can't remember, but my top 5 was Hogan. I think I went Yoko for my number 2, which was very. No, 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 I know what I did. I went Hogan, I went Scott Hall, then I went Yoko, and then I went Andre, and I either did Kevin Nash or the Giant. But I do remember my number 2 being Scott Hall, and I always liked Scott Hall because so fucking smart. So I love the history of the stuff, just like I know Dope does. Dope's he's kind of like me and Doc. We're like historians of shit. I don't know if you want to take that credit, but you like the history of stuff, kind of. I could tell,
Yeah.
and
He'd probably be in my top 5. My favorite all
I think
time. I grew up in the South watching wrestling, and we had Memphis
yeah,
wrestling and a lot of territory wrestling. So I really got into the Freebirds. I like Michael P.S. Hayes, uh,
he was amazing.
but I also like Great Muda. I don't know if you heard of him, but Great Muda.
Oh, absolutely.
I
We
loved
could talk
Missing
80s
Link.
and 90s all day, bro. I know all that
Yeah,
shit back and
I love
forth.
Missing Link a lot. I loved Conan, and
Hold on, slow down. Slow down. Are you talking about Conan from
yeah,
Mexico?
yeah, NWO member Conan. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, yeah. You
So
remember he was
who
in
was
NWO, don't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
the gang member
He's
version.
also in the Wolfpack too. Remember, he went over to the Wolfpack side. But I always
Mhm.
thought Conan and Razor would have been a good tag team for the NWO. They both had that
Absolutely.
Spanish flavor going on. They're
Yep,
both kind of
yep.
gangbanger types. And
Yeah, I
if
mean if we want to really I think we should really give, since this is the New World Order comic channel, we should really give a thorough biography of my man. So my man Scott Hall, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Okay, he's a Puerto Rican American, and I believe he started up in the Indies in Puerto Rico, and he was working with all those guys, and he got to Florida, and I believe he went to NWA with Kurt. He was working with Kurt Hennig, and
he
they
had a big
tagged up.
mustache, look real Texas
Yep,
style.
yep. He very Magnum TA looked
Yeah,
like, but he
yep.
he started off with the name Scott Hall. Everybody knew him as Scott Hall, so he was kind of the hero, the finisher for the because Kurt would do all the work and Hall would come in and finish the match. And I vaguely remember, well, I don't vaguely, but I remember stories of that people would ask him, "How would he get so big? How'd you get so cut and strong?" He said he would just eat tuna. He was a
Yeah,
tuna eater, and I was like, "Oh yeah, bullshit!" Like
yeah.
you
He,
just
he he
that's
looked
your
country strong though. He really wasn't cut as much as he's just like solid.
right. He's bro, solid, huge dude. He was actually bigger when he started. A lot of these guys, when they were younger, like in their 18s to 30, were just bigger back then. I remember Sting being bigger, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Hennig kind of got bigger at the end, but he was big when he started. Um,
But Scott Hall's
so
body type looked better to me than somebody like Lex Luger that was just cut. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. He was thick, strong. He wasn't
Yeah, he
like
looked strong,
yeah. He was
not
legit fucking
bodybuilders.
right. So there was a scenario where a man died while Scott Hall was a bodyguard down there in Florida, and he went to court for murder, and he didn't go to jail, he didn't go to prison, um, and he ended up moving around a few times. He went to WCW first, was a diamond stud, and then he got the big break. He went to WWF, and Vince McMahon saw the potential in him, turned him into Razor with all the Al Pacino Scarface vignettes. And then my favorite move was when he went to WCW and just shook everything up. So I'm gonna leave it there. What's your thoughts on where we're at right now, Dope?
Well, I remember when he first came to WWE or Elf, whatever you want to call it, and he had at first they really put the thick accent on him. Everything was Chico at the end of it. Remember Chico, and he's always had that toothpick in his mouth, and really say hello to the bad guy. Real. And over time, he lost a lot of that. It's just hey yo, you know what I mean? And I the first time I really remember, I remember in 1993, I was in 8th grade, and he beat the model Rick Martel for the Intercontinental title. And I think he's one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time because he made that title something. A lot of guys wear it now and they don't even care. It's like a second place world championship, but he actually made the Intercontinental title cool. You know.
Yeah.
I remember the ladder matches against Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania. I remember the 1996 when he showed up on WCW that night on Nitro, and he came out of the crowd and he had on like the blue jean vest, and they're like, "What is he doing here?" And he was the first outsider there, and to me, he was a lot cooler than Nash. Nash was just wasn't that great on the mic, not like Scott Hall was.
No. Nash got better though.
Yeah.
He started doing like movie references and like pop culture type stuff, and I really appreciated that too. But Scott Hall, oh man, bro, he had the fucking crowd in the palm of his hands.
He could just say, "Hey, yo," and everybody go wild.
Oh yeah, magnetic, dude, charisma. I think the first time, like, I was like, damn, bro, who is this guy, bro? I remember him in WCW, okay? And I remember him doing he did a different version of the I forget what he called it back then, but it was like the Diamond Edge or some shit, the Diamond Crusher, or I don't know.
Razor's Edge?
No, it was before Razor's Edge.
Okay.
And he had him up.
Was it that move, though?
No, it wasn't. Okay. It was like he bounced him off a fucking rope and then he threw his ass or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And ever since then, I was like, wow, this guy's amazing. And then when he went to fucking WWF and started doing Razor Edge, all us kids were doing that, bro. All of us were doing the Razor's Edge to our friends. And it's probably one of the best. I mean, it might be the greatest finisher, bro. Straight up.
Well, you look at his gimmick, though, and it's still great to this day. A lot of other people came out in the mid-90s, Repo Man, Tugboat, none of that stuff worked, But the Big Boss Man, none of that stuff really worked. But still, to this day, they try to do it again later, I think Vince did with Cleto Cool. Remember him?
Cleto Cool.
The guy that ate the apple. He tried to act cool and...
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think his name was something else, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He wasn't too cool. But even little things that Razor Ramon did. You remember he'd come down the ring, he'd do the little sideways thing as he walked?
Yep.
It's just cool little things like that.
Yep.
And I remember him and Nash going against when they were the outsiders, when they go against Harlem Heat on WCW. And, I like the thump, just the flicking of the toothpick. He had a lot of iconic things he could do.
Yeah. We could talk about him all night. Oh, you got his figure, dude. Holy shit. Hold on a sec, bro. Let me see something.
I've had this since I was a kid. This is my original figure from when I was a little kid.
Hold on a second, dog. I got you.
It's just a cheap little... I don't even know who made these, but it's just a cheap little... It's not that tall at all.
Wow. It looks like the little Hasbro joints, but it ain't. It's like the Jack Specifics, kind of.
Yeah, they made weird people because there's Iron Anderson. How often do you see one of those?
Oh, no, I don't ever seen any of these. I mean, I might see a video, but not in front of me like this. No.
Yeah, they're odd little, and I'll show you how little they are compared to. Let me grab another one.
I never ran across a fucking a Razor Ramon doll because I think everybody just kept them.
These are my originals. Remember the big rubber ones?
Yeah, I got. Okay.
You can see how little they are.
That's like San Francisco style or something. They had a different toy company back then too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've had this thing since I was a kid.
Damn.
So.
Damn, cool. Bro. I got a bag of wrestling figures, I think, close to me, but let me see if I got.
Yeah, I started out with all the rubber ones, the big rubber WWE guys. And then I started getting into the WCW guys and a lot of these little bitty ones.
I must have took them all. I only got a couple in here, but I'll show them anyway. I got the original. I got probably like 50 or so of them somewhere, but I got the original ring. Anybody
Yeah.
that sees this knows what this is. This is the flag to the ring, and this is cool, man. It's in this shitty bag, but it's Kurt Hennig with like medals. Like he's got a couple gold medals. I got the animal George Still giant rubber one like yours, and Macho and fucking Hogan and a couple other.
Yeah, I got Freddie Blassie. I got Iron Sheik on my wall. I got Kamala. I got Macho Man. I got Harley Race. I got the Giant. I got Adrian Adonis. I got Jesse Ventura and Junkyard Dog up there.
Mm.
And then I've got Elizabeth, Big Boss Man, Road Warriors, and
Damn, bro.
there's remember Hakeem the African Dream?
Fuck yeah, bro.
that gimmick would never work these days.
We got another guest joining us tonight. Second time on the show. Aggressively relaxing. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yep. We're
yeah,
zooming
I
now.
got to meet Scott Hall.
Did you?
Yeah, it's one of the coolest things that ever happened to me. I got to like hang out with him a bunch,
Damn.
and he was awesome. Like he lived in Chiliota, Florida, and on his property, he had this guy I worked for come in to like lay sod and put up a fence, build a barn, all sorts of stuff. And I was one of the guys that just got to work there, and it was awesome. It was one of the coolest summers ever.
Wow.
Yeah, it was me and this guy Pedro. We were just like in the van in front of the job. We didn't know, who it was, but we saw him like put his daughter on the school bus, and I was like, "Is that fucking Razor Ramon?" And I'll never forget, like, dude, I think it is. And then we finally got to meet him. I was like, dude, I got a video game with you in it. This is awesome. And he was just really cool. He would come out and he would tell us stories about wrestling, some really cool things. And yeah, like I said, I worked there for a couple weeks. He got arrested while I was working there, which was crazy. Where
You know, it's a weird thing, aggressively, bro. Like, I'd say out of all the wrestlers passing, this one's hit me pretty hard. It reminds me of like when Macho passed, man. Like when Macho went, bro, I was just not fucking feeling it. And Eddie was tough. Of course Owen was tragic. But
Owen was shocking.
we all kind of seen this coming with Scott Hall. It still don't make it any less like impactful, but I in my opinion, I'm glad that it wasn't some bullshit drug fucked up thing for all these pricks to run their mouth about, because Scott would care about that, man. He wouldn't want these fuckers talking shit about him. So he I think he had like surgery issues where he fucked his hip up, and there's clots, and that could happen to anybody. That's the way I feel. So anesthesia ain't no fucking joke. You know what I mean? Like people that mess with anesthesia, it's a dangerous, tough fucking situation. So
well, anytime you have surgery, they make you sign that paper saying you might not come out of it.
Absolutely, it's terrifying. It's like with me, dude. If my last tooth pull, like my heart ain't great. I told him, fuck, I didn't want none, and it was the worst decision I ever made because I was like in a car crash the whole time. I'm like, this is fucking intense.
Yeah.
This is fucking intense, fam. And they ripped my tooth out finally, and the whole time I'm like, fuck, I can never do this again. But I'm afraid, like, if I take anesthesia, it could fucking kill you. You don't know. People fucking die from that, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it sucks he's gone, man. He was a really, really cool guy. He was really cool to me personally, and just overall, just awesome. Like you guys were saying, you just walk out and be, smile at the crowd and throw a toothpick, and Coliseums would go nuts.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you think about it,
I remember him saying that he once said to a judge, have you ever been thrown through a table by a guy called the Giant? Because I have. And you're going to tell me I can't drink?
Yeah.
So that was one of the greatest things he ever said to me. But like, I think the coolest thing was him explaining Macho Man was always like that 24/7. Like he never turned it off, and that him and the other wrestlers would like to make him like order food in drive-ins and like ask for directions because it would be such a treat for whoever got him. You know, like, dude, you got to order the hamburgers, and him being, making him like roll down the window and be like, "Do you ladies know where to, how to get to this town?"
Yeah,
He'll just all die laughing.
Yeah, and it seemed like everybody liked the guy. So I remember the night he debuted on Nitro, and that's who he's asking for. He's calling him the Nacho Man. He's like, "Where's the Nacho Man?" So remember they ended up attacking him whenever Hogan turned on him and dropped the leg on him. So
Well, he's really the only wrestler that could be like, I got over on Vince. Like, I fucking left. He changed everything. Nash wasn't thinking about leaving. All the other guys, whatever. Like, Razor was one of the first bigger stars from WWF to fucking leave. And he was like, and he fucking negotiated a deal. He was one of the first guys to negotiate the big deal. And everybody's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money,
Well, also,
somehow.
More about back then too. You didn't have the 30-day no complete clause, so you could show up the next night on, or the next week on Nitro. You didn't have to wait 30 days.
People sleep on how smart fucking Razor is. They think, oh, he drank and he got fucked up. He ain't that bright. The motherfucker was smart. He got that big deal before anybody. He went over there before anybody. Talked Nash into coming immediately, and then he shows up. And I think the idea actually goes to like Bischoff, but he was down to do it. And without him, I don't know anybody else that could have done it as good, because he is like the criminal kind of sneaky guy, and he was a big enough character at that time to pull it off. And it felt like, wow, the WWF guys are coming to WCW, and holy, what could happen next? Surely they can't wrestle each other. He's from WWF. He ain't allowed to do that and shit like that. And all of a sudden they're taking over the show, and fucking they pull Hogan. They was talking about pulling Sting or some shit, and they went with Hogan instead. And Hogan at the last second agreed to do it, and
did you see Hogan last night at his bar in Florida talking about it?
Oh yeah, he's
talking about how Nash or how Hall basically saved his career and gave him meaning again.
Yeah. See, that's I'm glad you brought that up. Hogan is the most humble, respectful people. I know he gets the racist thing and all that shit, but he'll fucking tell you Ric Flair is the greatest wrestler.
Yeah.
He was apologizing in Scott Hall speech to Stone Cold because he felt bad he didn't say Stone Cold was the best.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't know if I believe what he's saying. I think he knows deep down like he's the GOAT. Like, you're the shit, bro. Like, get over it. But I think he thinks this is the nice thing to say is, hey man, I'm a big enough guy. I could put over other people. Right. So
yeah, I'd say Stone Cold's no higher than 4 because I got Ric Flair, Hogan, and The Rock before him.
I wouldn't put Stone Cold in the top 5. Yeah, fuck that shit, bro. I mean, I like younger Stone. People were confused about how Stone Cold was. Like, he was actually a better wrestler before he was Stone Cold because he fucked his neck up.
Yeah, Stunning Steve Austin. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Stunning Steve, Flying Brian, the flying Hollywood Blondes. Yeah, the whole fucking the camera, dude, all that, bro. Ate it up, dude. And Stunning Steve Austin was a bad motherfucker. When he was TV champ, he would go 30 minutes with Steamboat. He didn't give a fuck, bro. Like, he was a bad dude. My thing, like, okay, we're talking about the speech and Hogan giving credit to Scott Hall. I don't think Hogan was like over. I don't think he was like his career is ending and all that
Yeah.
shit. Like Hogan explains it, but he's absolutely right. It made a whole different atmosphere for
It helped create
entertainment.
Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah, and
know
it
what I
was amazing.
Yeah, there would have never been probably the Hollywood Hogan, the black beard, the
No.
lightning tights, a lot of
He
that.
even missed the boat. He's so lucky he got on it.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's probably the last guy you'd ever see as a bad guy.
Right.
He's all about praying, taking your vitamins, training, brother.
Would it have been as big with anybody else?
No. Because he was the ultimate heel turn, I think.
There's no way of making it any bigger.
You remember them throwing things in the ring?
Oh man,
flying everywhere.
I was getting in arguments with my hunt boys because they was like, "Yo, the Four Horsemen's the greatest. They did more shit than NWO." I was like, "No, that's not the way I remember it." I was like, "Fucking NWO did a lot of shit, bro. Like, you could watch the Four Horsemen saga within a couple hours. It takes you weeks to get through the NWO shit, bro. There's a lot of shit that happened, dude."
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like about the NWO was there was half of WCW was NWO. At one time they had about 25, 30 members.
Yeah.
That
was I tell you the truth, man. Back in the 90s, there was a lot of gang activity, bro.
Yeah.
There was I fucked around in a gang. I've said that before. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't want to say who it was because I don't want to get fucking murdered. But the fucking 90s, bro, people kind of was like that, dude. Like I knew fucking every town had a gang.
Yeah, a few of them didn't fit though. Like Luger didn't fit to me. Sting didn't fit. I liked Buff Bagwell. I liked Conan. Virgil didn't fit. I didn't think. I loved X-Pac. So a lot of people forget about X-Pac, but I think X-Pac was number 4.
4 was DiBiase.
You think? No, I'm talking about just popularity wise. I think.
Oh yeah, he's definitely like fourth.
Either him or Bagwell. Bagwell and Scott Steiner was pretty big in there too.
Oh yeah. But I agree with that. He's Pac's definitely an outsider, and he's like elite brass NWO. That's for sure. I think he was the 6th member though. I thought you were just talking about like.
No, I'm just talking about I'm talking about like popularity ranking. And if you think about who got Pac when he was a 1, 2, 3 kid on WWE, you remember who got him over? He pinned Scott Hall.
Razor. Yeah.
So Scott Hall wasn't afraid to get somebody else over. A lot of people were too big to let somebody beat them.
I'll tell you, the funniest fucking member I liked the most was fucking Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. Like you said, you had DiBiase.
DiBiase was like the 4th one, I think. 4th or 5th.
Scott Norton?
He was the greatest arm wrestler fucker there was at one point.
The Harris brothers, you remember them? There were some weird ones, man.
There was 30 of them, bro. You had Stevie Ray.
There were some weird ones.
Yeah, Disco Inferno was the weakest one.
Yeah, he didn't fit either.
No, it's all right though. They pushed it as far as they could.
Did you like the Wolfpack?
I did. I liked all of it. I thought it was fucking fantastic. I liked it whenever. I even liked the only part I was like, this is getting fucking stupid, but I still enjoyed it somehow. Was against Kidman, but I'm a Hogan mark. So anything, I'm just like, this is fucking great. But he was putting Kidman over. So, like, people say Hogan don't put nobody over. He was putting over fucking Billy Kidman.
Shooting star and all that.
He was letting Kidman beat him. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? But,
Yeah. I didn't feel like Sting fit too well. I like the red and black Sting, but, he's just too nice of a guy and don't talk. Luger ain't good on the mic. I think Conan was probably the best Wolfpack member.
Yeah. I mean, Macho was good, and Flexi wasn't that good on the mic. You're right, but
Bagwell was good on the mic.
He was pretty good. Scott Hall was pretty funny. You'd listen to Scott Hall at least. I think he had some of the best promos back then. The fucking promo where Steiner's like, you talk about your limousine driving, you're strutting and profiling. You should have saved some of that money for your dusty, dirty teeth.
Scott Steiner always had good promos. He's
Oh,
always saying something wrong.
you're fucking funny, bro.
And him and Buff stayed together for a long time after that, you know.
Buff
him
was
and-
the stuff.
Yeah, Buff was his little sidekick with that top hat on.
I forgot about the top hat.
Yeah, the top hat with NWO wrote on it. And he's running around and Big Papa Pump. And he had his, what was his women called? I can't remember what he called them, but
Oh, his
freaks.
freaks.
yeah, he had his freaks and holla if you hear me and all that crap. So,
I gotta go find some cigarettes, man. Aggressively.
Favorite era of fucking wrestling now.
What you been doing, bro?
NWO. Oh, just sitting here listening. I'm trying to remember the Diamond Dallas Page storyline from that time. Kept like teasing coming over, and then eventually did. But
Yeah,
he
he-
was so big in my school.
he got into wrestling at old age, too.
Well, you've been there for years. You just didn't get over forever. Macho
He's a
Man helped
manager for a
him.
long time, remember?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he would try to be a wrestler, but he just didn't get over.
I haven't gone back and revisited that stuff in a long time. I just remember it.
I fucking live in it, bro. I would definitely watch an old match before one of these new ones. I can't get into them. It's like I can't remember the last match I watched. I was like, damn, that was good.
And Diamond Dallas Page, they love him now. You know, he's doing the yoga stuff, rehab, saving lives.
Bro, he saved Scott for years. Like,
And Jake the Snake.
yeah, that's amazing, bro. There's no way.
Buff Bagwell's living with him right now.
No shit.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Buff was doing porn and addicted to drugs.
Wow. No, I knew that, but I didn't know that he went to fucking DDPs.
Yeah, he's living with him right now.
Shit. He'll let anybody. Even in his fucking little TV show he's doing on Netflix. Have you watched that?
I haven't seen none of it.
Okay, it's like a generic Justice League, and he's like I swear it's hilarious, bro. And he's like a generic Batman, right? And there's a part in the series where he's like, everybody's addicted to dope and shit, and he's like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take these guys, all of these hard criminal drug addicts, and we're going to take them to this place, and we're going to give them purpose. And I'm like, this motherfucker really thinks like he could fix anybody.
Yeah. Well,
I had no idea this exists. I'm gonna go find this.
Oh, it's fucking great. Yeah, Tony Sanders told me about it. Yeah.
I feel like if you fix Jake Roberts, you can't fix anybody.
No.
You've seen all the documentaries on him, how messed up he is.
It wasn't Tony. It was 84. My fault. 84 told me that.
Yeah. Jake's got all kinds of problems.
The only like wrestling thing I've watched recently that kind of like reminisces about, you know, like wrestling I used to watch was Stone Cold's podcast. Like I've been seeing, you know, YouTube feeds recommending vids of, you know, behind the, I forget what it's called, turnbuckle or something or other.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like him talking about getting his neck messed up and like other people coming on and telling stories. And that's really interesting. I haven't listened to that, but yeah, I haven't really thought about like old wrestling stuff in a while.
Stone Cold's also
Yeah.
got a show on VH1 where it's like Skull Island, where it's kind of like a Survivor ripoff.
Yeah.
And who's that?
Stone Cold.
You didn't know that?
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he's the host. He's like Jeff Probst, and he's got it's called something like Skull Island. It's kind of like Survivor, and they vote people off. You got to go for and crack a beer open, get kicked off the show.
God,
So I
don't
just been
care
kind of
about the Stone Cold show.
yeah, it's kind of like gladiators and physical like weird events and shit. It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of cool.
find out where this thing's filmed. That's too funny. I gotta try to get on.
You do not want to get on that fucking show, bro. That will fucking kill you, dog. It would fucking kill you. I don't know if you're physically fit like that. All right, I know I ain't. I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly what the challenges are. I definitely want to see Stone Cold paid to, like, you know, bark orders at a bunch
Yeah.
of
He's a
reality
pretty good
shows.
host.
You know,
Um,
people fucking say Hogan was like a dick. A lot of, I think Stone Cold's more of a dick than fucking Hogan. He, of course, he's mad at Owen after what Owen did, but there was also the thing with Piper where Piper did a spoof about him on his radio show, and Piper lost his legends check, and a lot of people blame Stone Cold for that. And then Piper died, so I can't forgive him for that. Like that's just too much for me.
Yeah. The
I
most
do
sour
that.
grapes I feel like is Bret Hart. Of course, he's got a reason to be mad. He lost his brother, but he seems to be the most sour of anybody.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Internet rabbit
You know, even before Owen died, though, he hated the whole screw job in Montreal or all
He
that.
was
Remember that?
he was going to be a
that was
fucking itch
the
either way it went. You're right.
He spit in Vince's face.
I think he legit punched him. I think
Yeah.
he legit punched him. It's pretty popular.
Well, I think one of the most popular storylines was the Stone Cold Vince McMahon. You know, kiss my ass, him beating him up in the hospital, spraying him with the beer truck, all that kind of stuff, crushing his vet. Remember that? Filling it full of concrete.
There's a match with Hogan and Vince that is Vince's greatest match, one of Hogan's greatest matches, and they were both like 60. It was a WrestleMania. I don't know if anybody else has seen this shit, but it was fucking crazy. They were jumping off of like cages and doing shit they never do, and I was just like, wow.
Well, Shane was good. You know, he fell off top of stuff all the time.
Yeah,
He fell off that big scaffold that time. He fell off top of cages.
he jumped off the highest shit than anybody in WWE. A lot of
Yeah,
the
that one
times,
thing he
yeah.
just fell backwards off of that
Yeah.
lighting fixture.
I mean, it don't take much talent to do that, but you gotta be tough as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, plus, if you see like the owner of the company do it, you know, like if he can do it, I can do it. You know, they're not asking you to do nothing they're not doing.
Good point.
Yeah.
Say a lot about
Yeah.
the management in wrestling, but yeah, you gotta give it up to Vince McMahon for you know, getting in the trenches.
And Stephanie, I think people hate her more than about anybody. She can just walk out and get booed.
I think one of the worst things that Vince McMahon ever did was ruin the Surf's Up franchise. I don't know if you guys ever seen that.
I ain't never seen it.
All right, so there's like this cartoon. It's about surfing penguins, right? The first one's great. It's got
I've seen it.
It's got the guy who plays the dude. Can't think of his name right now. He plays like an old wise penguin. He's basically the dude, just a penguin. It's
Jeff
great.
Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, yeah.
I know everything, bro.
It's really a star-studded cast. People that went on. To do
How the
all
fuck do I
sorts
know that?
of,
Yeah, no, it was. It had like it might have had like Cena or Taker or the Giant. There's a lot of them like that, but I remember the Surf's Up one. Yeah,
yeah, the girl from Who's That Girl that plays the ukulele? Can't think of her name right now. The girl from
Who?
Help. All right, but the point is, it was a great movie, right? Little like homage to surf culture. It was fun.
it was good. Yeah,
So
Yeah.
the Vince McMahon brings wrestling, and he's trying to like get him into movies, and so he like somehow gets the rights to. I would love to hear the story behind this. To Surf's Up, he's like, I'll make Surf Up too, except we're gonna drop in like the Undertaker,
right.
me. Did you see Surf's Up too?
I think I've seen them both. Yeah, it's like the kid has to win for his people or some shit. I don't know. It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's like he instead of being wrestlers now, the personalities that
They're
are the wrestlers,
surfers.
they're like extreme sports people. Yeah, and surfing is how he gets tagged into this. Or they like, we surf down volcanoes and stuff. It was just so crazy that like it just totally like changed the whole tone of this one like random kids movie.
It's bullshit. He
of-
wasn't in more movies. Like Scott Hall was the most handsome fucking wrestling actor looking. He looked more like a actor than any of them.
No,
Am I crazy?
no, you're totally not. I don't want to say
I don't
like
think I
he
am.
must have been in something, right? Does he have an IMDb?
I don't know. I don't think he has. Nothing that I could think of.
I
Fucking
think,
Nash has been in a ton of shit.
yeah, I think what Vince did to get over wrestling so big and made it so popular was he brought entertainment to wrestling. You know, I remember like he first started getting Cindy Lauper, Lou Albano. Uh, I watched a Razor Ramon match not too long ago, and he was going against Diesel, and Diesel had Shawn Michaels in his corner, and Razor Ramon had Walter Payton. So
Wow, that
so I mean,
was
he brought
right.
Walter Payton. He had I've seen Muhammad Ali. You know, he brought a lot of the Hollywood into wrestling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who was the best? What was the best NFL superstar match in your opinion? Because I got one off the top of my head.
NFL superstar match.
Yeah, like an NFL superstar came.
Well, you had Mongo McMichaels, NWO, remember, wasn't
That was pretty good. Yeah.
he? You can't forget about Goldberg was in the NFL.
Right.
Uh,
All right. I just give you mine. Mine's Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam.
Yep.
In WrestleMania. That shit was crazy, bro. That was like, Lawrence putting somewhere. I remember Fridge. There was
Mr.
Kevin
T.
Green. Kevin Green came.
Mr. T was probably the first one. Remember that?
Mr. T. He was
was big
fucking
from the A-Team at the
WrestleMania
time.
1. WrestleMania 1, fucking Mr. T.
Yeah. You remember how big A-Team was back then, though? That brought that crowd over. And even, Saturday Night Main Event. I couldn't wait for that.
It was
You know?
good.
Yeah.
Well, you was telling me you got a book recently. You want to pop it up here? Let me see what you got, man.
All right. So yesterday I opened up my mail. I've been waiting on this book for a while.
Oh boy.
Probably the biggest book I'll get this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, this must be good.
I know you like the Batman 4.
Don't do it to me, dude.
This is the Batman 6.
Ooh.
And this one presents real well.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, that's a beautiful red copy.
What the fuck?
So I'll try to get all the single digits I can find.
Oh yeah, Highly is nailing it. NWO Elite, Highly Elite, Super Lucha Libre, Comic Book Collector, Doom. Good to see y'all. Louis V.
Let me grab my 4.
A fucking Batman 6 and a 4, bro. Shoo! Shoo-wee. They look similar.
Yeah, I like the red covers. I collect all the yellow covers on the Superman low digits. So here's all the red covers.
Oh, you're making my stomach hurt. Look at this.
So
fucking A.
Yeah. So they're pretty similar.
Wow.
So
my dude Doc is getting his Batman 11 spine roll fixed and graded, man. I can't wait to see that book again. I fucking love Batman 11.
Yeah, I want a Batman 7 next.
7.
It's got the spiral. It's red and white.
Shit, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Shoo, doggy, that was a big book.
And I'm
what
still
up?
looking for a Superman 6 also.
Which one? Okay, I don't know what Superman 6. I know what
Superman 6
Action
is the last
6 is.
yellow cover I need. It's just a classic yellow cover. It looks kind of like 9 and 11, which I showed you last week. The breaking the chains and the one where he's jumping through doing the Mario jump.
Do you got any FF?
Nah, I don't do FF and I don't do X-Men.
Interesting.
What? I don't do hardly. I try not to even. I try to do Golden Age when I do all the superhero stuff for the most part.
That's good. That's good.
But let's see here. I'll show you.
Do you got a lot of the creepies?
Yeah, the magazines, or are you talking about the
mags?
Yeah, the older magazines. Yeah, the big 70s. Yeah, I like that stuff. I like the creepies. I like the Eries.
Yep. I had a really nice Erie. I sent it to Doc.
This is 6 right here. Just another yellow cover.
Let me see. Oh, okay, he's just standing there. Number 6. Wow.
Yeah. that one will be next, hopefully.
Shit, man. I would love to get like a pre-10 fucking Superman. You know, that fucking Action 242 was a pain in the ass. So I could have went with like a super early one, but fortunately Doc sent me a Superman 23 and a World's Finest 2, and sometimes when you get these AOKs it makes you more free to get other stuff, but that is a fucking cool venue. Like, I got a fucking Superman 7, like that's just cool.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And the Batman seem to be going up more than the Supermans. So
It's been that way for a while. People argue Tech 27's worth more than Action 1, and I'm just like, fuck y'all. I like Action 1 better, but
I think the deal is, they say everything goes up, like comes in cycles, like every 30 years. You want what you couldn't have as a kid, and now you're 30 years old and you got money. But people remember like Batman '89 and stuff like that, and there really ain't no good Superman movies from that period, I don't think.
Yeah, all it takes is one really good Superman movie for people to go crazy on it again.
It could be very. Let me see that again, though.
The CW Superman show.
Awesome. Yeah, that's nice. What number is that?
This one's 6.
That one's 6. Sheesh. 6 and 4, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you dare dream of number 1?
I'll never have a number 1.
No.
No. Now 2's getting out of range, and Superman and Batman. Because everybody that can't get 1 wants 2.
I'll tell you one I like is Batman 100.
Yeah.
So I got this one last year, and I was on an auction the other night, and I was watching people. I would think mine's about, I don't know, it does have a split down at the bottom, but I would hope it's around a 3.5 or so. And I think the book they were selling was a 3.5. I think it went for 11, like $1,000 or something. And I don't know that the book's worth that much, but it might be. I spent like $6.50 for it, and I think it went up since then. But it's got this chunk down here at the bottom missing. But besides that,
got good color to it.
Yeah, it's not all fucked up like a lot of them are. So
presents real well.
Yeah.
My favorite book you got though.
Hold on, let me think. What's Dope's book? My favorite. I would guess. Ooh, I got some good books, man.
There's one I'm jealous about. I really, really like.
Avengers 1?
That Hulk 2.
Oh, 2. I fucking knew it.
Because I can't afford Hulk 1, so I always wanted a Hulk 2. And it's really went out of range here lately.
Oh yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's bananas, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man. I like to liquidate my comics all around, dude. I got cool everything, bro. That's the way I roll, man. I like Iron Man, I like Hawk, Superman, Captain America, ASM, most of the main characters.
I have to stay focused just on a few things, or I'll be all over the place too, going down all these different rabbit holes.
Yeah, I don't like it when other people have shit I don't, so I have to have a little bit of everything. Like, fuck you, I got one too.
Well, my problem is if I buy like one big whatever X-Men book, then I want all of them, yeah. So I don't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I've probably, if I had to pick one character, man, it would be hard, dude. But it would probably be Spider-Man. I would probably not want to get rid of my Spider-Man before anything else.
Spider-Man's what I first started out with, and I was Silver Age, and then from there, it was just naturally to go back to Golden. That's where I've stayed.
So I busted my ass to get this fucking book, and it was like $1,000 or something. It's still got that big chunk out of the top of it, but you know, what the fuck ever, dude.
It's probably my second favorite Spider-Man book after number 1.
Yeah.
Green Goblin, I think, is better than Doc Ock.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's the two big ones, I think. Number 3 and number 14 there.
Yeah, I just had to have one, man, because I've just always wanted it.
Yep.
I'd see it and shit my pants every time.
And that's the only time he's ever rode the broom scooter there.
Is it?
In 17, he went to the back glider.
No shit.
Yeah, look on the cover. You see that scooter he's got there? He's sitting on the Green Goblin. If you look at the cover of 17, he's on the back glider. It's got the wings on it.
Oh, that's great. You're right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
His second appearance was 17, and they started using the back glider. Let me show you a picture of that. Or let me just grab the book.
What up? Yeah, you got every fucking ASM. I think my next goal ASM book is going to be Mysterio.
See that? Can you see? Let's see here. See the back glider? It's got the wings and the.
Oh. Wow.
He's rode this ever since.
Wow. You're right.
If you look at yours, he's riding something that looks like a broom. They call it the broom glider.
Yeah.
And I'll show you one more back glider.
I don't know, man. If I didn't have a Avengers 1 or a Hulk 2, I would probably want the fucking Avengers 1 first. How about you, aggressively?
A lot of people don't even notice that the back glider is on here.
Definitely Avengers 1, man.
See it right there?
Sure.
Thanks, bro. Yo, I love that's my fucking shit right there, dope.
You see the back glider back there though? Most people don't even notice it.
I got that book too. That's probably the best one of the best Romita. It's the best Goblin cover, period.
I think it's the best Romita. Probably the best cover
Romita.
I like that's between out of the 100. It's my favorite cover of all time.
It probably, bro. You know what? I can't fucking hate on it, but I do like goddamn Rhino, bro.
You like 41?
Yeah, I got it on my wall right now.
I like this cover, and I like 55. The Doc Ock cover with the sunglasses, and you can see Spider-Man in reflection.
Doc likes that one too. Yeah, he likes the one before it, the horror one that does that.
Yeah,
that's a fucking great one, man.
39, the first Romita is real good too, where he's pulling Spider-Man and it's a Green Goblin holding him.
Oh fuck! Show me that one, bro, please, because I have 40. I can't remember 39 off the top of my head. I think I have 39 too. I have all those because I fucking love them. I got them all. Is it the white one with the Joe? Oh no, I don't have that. Yeah.
You can really see the back glider on that one.
Yeah, there's something special about that too. It's
the first Romita.
Well, I think the 12 cents in a different area than where it's usually at, and there's some other shit that's different about that. That's really interesting.
And on the key thing, if you look at all the key notes, they always say it's they learned each other's identity in this book.
I got this bad motherfucker dope from Doc. This is my favorite ASM slab I own because I don't have that many. I got another one. It's like 22 or something. First cat burglar, but I got that fucking 19, bro.
Yeah.
There's a bad bitch.
Cool. Yeah.
And
that might be the second appearance of the Enforcers down there. They started in 10.
I probably don't say. Yeah, don't. It does. It does. Human Torch, Sandman, and Enforcers appearance. First appearance of the big key. First appearance of McDonald Gargan and cameo on last page. First motherfucking Scorpion.
It's awesome. Awesome stuff.
Gotta love it. Comic book world, dude. I fucking love my books, man.
I'll show you this. I'll show you two things real quick while I got them out. Here's the one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And you see where Ramita signed on his lip?
Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a second. I'm a little.
I'm big in that.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So. Everybody signed this one. This one's got John Romita on it. It's got Conway on it and Stan Lee on it.
That's awesome. Did you get those signatures?
No. No, I bought it like this. I could get either 4.0 with all the signatures on it, or I could get a 7.5 for the same price. So I decided to go with the 4.0 because I figured I'd never, you ain't never going to get all their signatures again. Stan Lee passed away and everything. So
You made the right choice.
I think so too.
That's awesome.
I could still get a 7.5 anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those aren't going away, ain't going anywhere. But
Yeah.
Man, that's great.
Oh, shit.
Let's see here. One of the nicest ASMs I have. I actually won checking out Biggie's channel late one night. This was sent to me from Man Cave. I won this. Great book.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Yep. That's hard to find in good shape with that black cover.
That's a beautiful copy too. I couldn't believe it. Every once in a while, just hanging out on my phone, I win amazing comics. Crazy. Okay. I got that, and actually found something cool in the wild. I got this guy at from a Facebook sale. It was like, the dream come true. Some guy's like, I'm selling my collection, and come on to my garage and check it out. And I got there late and I messed up. Like, it already been just picked through, but this guy was still there, and I ended up getting a couple things from him, and he gave me a great deal because I was obviously just like buying for my PC, and he was he liked the idea of it going to someone who cared about it. So got a pretty good deal on this great X-Men. I collect X-Men and Fantastic.
That's fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah. I know the way I am. If I collected X-Men, I'd want all the old suits because I like the old suits the best.
All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 9 books on my show. This is one of my favorites. This is motherfucking Action Comics 180.
Shot right in the face.
Yeah, right in the teeth.
Oh man.
That's just about everything you want in a Superman cover, man.
Yeah.
All right, this is a badass motherfucker. I got this one from Stone Cold.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. First Penguin. It's got a stamp on it, and I asked somebody if they could take it off, and they said it was a little tricky. So I don't know if that'll come off or not.
You know, the Golden Age books, you can always see like Superman slapping around Hitler or something, some Nazi or something like that.
Yeah, besides that stamp, man, this is a fucking stellar copy, though, bro. That's probably like a high 6 or something. I don't know, man. We'll never know because I'll never fucking slab anything. Right?
Yeah, I don't slab either. I like to read my comics, and I just don't get it. Maybe someone else will slab it. I'll be like, this was aggressively relaxing. Copy of this.
Oh, I've had some of my shit slabbed. Yeah.
I've bought all mine slabbed. I haven't never slabbed one.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't trust the whole. I'm gonna mail my shit to some fucking company and
It's a
I
great
don't-
X-Men.
Well, I like to buy my grade. I know what I'm going to get by buying the grade. You know.
this is probably my best X. I would. It would be tough for me to pick between my 94 and this one. But this one's got collar touch, so I would take the 94. But if this didn't have collar touch, I'd probably like that one more. This is one of the ASM I really wanted to get because it has the full body Gorilla Press Slam cover. And it's
Yeah.
fucking
Scorpion's
badass.
undervalued.
Yeah, I felt like it was. I was feeling like I needed to get that Scorpion, dude. Just a cool cover.
Yeah, now you said that, he's got to be the next villain, right?
I
You'd
don't
think.
know, man.
Just from process of elimination, right?
Yeah, he's one of the biggest ones not ever used.
It's a bad fucking one. I'm glad I got that. Just one of the books I, always wanted. Iron Man 1, boy. It's a bad book. Who did that cover? Was it Severn?
I do not have that.
I don't know.
Those comics, I had to read, early Iron Man online, but they always kind of had an edge. They were like Daredevil in the sense of like.
Oh
they were
shit! It's Alex the
pretty
comic
good.
order.
Alex, what's going on, man?
Fucking Alex, what up? So I got this one as a AOK from first edition, and I'm glad all my shit worked out with first as much as it did because it could have been a bad situation. But look at that, bro! Fucking Ghost Rider 1. It's the kind of shit I don't have to worry about getting no Ghost Rider books because I got a Ghost Rider 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, I mean I can get Spotlight 5 or whatever, but shit, I got one. I'll live. It's gonna hurt too bad if I don't ever get that.
I hope in a year from now, Ghost Riders come out, and you're just like really into the character. You're like, damn, I need to get that
So-
for the first appearance.
Dope was showing this a second ago, and mine looks like a welcome mat at a Denny's, but that's okay.
Still, a great comic.
Yeah, it's still badass as fuck.
Yeah. Who don't love the first Jackal, man?
I had to get one, man. I just couldn't stand seeing other people with my books. You know
Going
what I
nowhere
mean?
but up.
I'm a Punisher fan, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, fuck off. This one, dude. Woo wee. This is a. When you get one of these in hand, bro, it's a whole different world, bro.
Yeah. That's the
That's what-
first ever ASM I got.
No shit.
Yeah, I bought that in 51 at the same time.
Yeah, when I got this in hand, I was like, oh my God, I wish I got a better grade. I couldn't believe how fucking dope it was. It's just like ruby red slippers or some shit.
Yeah, man, that's an absolute classic.
All right, so I got one more. This is my holy grail besides my Hulk 2 and my World's Finest 2 and Superman 23. My bad one right there. So I wanted to tell the story about this one was the only reason there even is an Avengers. Do you guys know this story?
Yeah.
The golf story, right?
No, I got a different one. You probably got.
Okay.
So my story is they was trying to make Daredevil 1, okay? Cuz they've done like FF and all the other shit, I think, at that point. And they weren't able to, and this was a rush job by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, and they decided to take all the number ones. They didn't get to Daredevil yet, so they took all like Thor and Hulk and Iron Man, and they put them all in this book, and that's why this is here, because they was going to do Daredevil and it didn't work out, and they put this together at the last second.
No, I had not heard that story. That's great.
That's a good one, right? So
Now
it was just
a Fantastic Four story.
when I went to buy the book, I was just like, this book is, you can get a fucking 1.0, 2.0 for $1,200. I was like, for real? So I saw a couple in that price range, and I was just like, okay, bet. And I went after it. Ended up being like 1,500, and I'm glad I spent the extra because it's like all together and shit. But still, like, it just seems. I think it's about $3,000 book now, in the way it is. But at the time, it was a couple years ago. But we all got stories like that.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I was about to say. I wonder what that's hitting at right now. Man, that's great.
Yeah, I think it's around a 1.5, 2.0. It's probably around 3K, I think. That fucking Hawk 2, bro, that's probably $3,200 book or some shit, I think.
Yeah, it's really went up since you got it.
Yeah, it's probably worth more than my Avengers, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's a true key. You know, it's got everyone there. It really is the first time this went down. It's the number one on the book. It's never going down in value. Like, yeah, that's awesome.
I was comparing Hawk 2 to ASM 1, and my argument is AF-15 is like Hawk 1 because it's cool and it's like, it's not from the ASM run. It's got like little extra factors. And then Hawk 1 is like the only gray Hawk in the beginning, right? And 2, that would make 2 cooler than both of them, really, because then you get the green Hawk, which we all know. Like, we don't know the monster Hawk, like the gray Hawk or whatever the fuck. We know the green Hawk. And then ASM 1 came in, and so that was my comparison, but nobody liked it.
No, I talked myself into my comics being the best ones ever too. I know exactly how you feel. Who even needs an X-Men one? Because like this one's way better.
Yeah.
I'm always texting with Alex the comic order, so I want to show him. In case you
Oh,
missed it.
sweet.
Me and him always talk Batman and Superman, so there you go,
Yeah,
Alex.
you guys both get them early. That's right.
Yeah, me and him talk Superman a lot, and he ain't seen this one yet. I just got this one out of the mail yesterday, so I know Alex likes this kind of stuff too. So there you go, Alex.
I reckon Superman fans are like Fantastic Four fans. Just we're happy that the movies aren't hitting the way maybe they should be. Like, keeping the price down. You guys,
Yeah,
no,
we need a good Superman movie though.
I agree.
Like I said, the show's great. Everyone check that out.
Yeah, I like the Batman movie. I just thought it was too long.
I can't watch that shit too much.
It was 3 hours, man.
It felt like 3 too.
I'm not no rush to watch either of them, really. I would just wait till they pop up on Disney, I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not that long though. I think that was like kind of in the news, right? Batman will be on HBO in oh, it's like April 14th, I want to say. I'd have
Damn.
to look it up, but
I think
Point is
DC's
not
been coming out with
far
some
out.
good shows. You know, the Joker movie last year, it broke all kinds of records. This Batman movie is huge. John Cena on that show, he's been doing great. So DC's been putting out some good stuff lately.
oh yeah,
I
love
agree.
that.
They're not getting enough credit for what they're doing. I liked Aquaman.
That last Suicide Squad movie was good.
That's what people were saying. I haven't seen it all, but it looked good as fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you on Aquaman. And I like
Aquaman was good.
I like the Birds of Prey movie. Like,
I don't give a fuck.
I think people are pretty hypercritical ever since like it became
Bro.
like popular to like really tear apart movies.
I tell you, I'm sorry. I got bad. Go
Oh, no,
ahead.
I was
Griffin.
gonna say like right after Batman versus Superman, it was such a divisive movie that like that kind of like just kind of over the top, hyperbolic language is used for DC movies. Like they're dead, man, or like that one sucks. But like the reality is, we just had like 10 years of really cool movies.
And it's going to keep getting better. There's no better format for movies to make than superhero and fucking comic content, in my opinion. Because if you read a comic book, it's like fucking movie. Like it's perfect layout for the shit. Honestly, my thing is with Aquaman's my favorite fucking DC movie besides the original Superman. Like Christopher Walken Superman with Marlon Brando, fucking forget about it. That shit's the greatest shit on the planet. But the Aquaman, that shit was good because it made me feel like a little bit of the CG that was from like the Pirates of the Caribbean shit was kind of mixed in there, and they were doing like they even mixed in some Black Panther shit, but it's in water, and they was just bro the CG on that fucking movie. I liked it. I thought it was fucking good. The suits looked goddamn great. Do that with Superman, bro.
I think he really sold it, Jason Momoa. And like, yeah, that movie's incredible. That's another
Do that
movie.
with Superman.
What's up?
Won't they? I mean, just fucking have Superman have a good movie like that. What the fuck?
I liked Man of Steel. I liked it. Like, I got issues with the ending because
It was
like,
too much family shit. Just make them fucking win all the time. Like, do it. Just fucking do it. But they won't.
yeah, give
think-
him an impossible situation. Give Henry Cavill another.
Make them do crazy shit. Yeah, bro. Like even the fucking early Superman movies, they got it, bro. They was like, you have to do shit that saves the world.
Who you put as the bad guy? Because I don't feel like Superman has that Joker guy to help.
Fucking guess who I'm gonna pick? I'm gonna say goddamn Brainiac. It's time for Brainiac.
Him, Lex Luthor,
They were supposed to do
Doomsday.
Brainiac a couple times. The original, what are they? The Schuster brothers, or whatever the fuck their names were. They wanted to do Brainiac for the second one and turned into that atomic bullshit. They switched the whole story on them. They was successful. They was fucking making good movies, and then Warner Brothers got involved, fucked it all up. And even when Nicolas Cage was going to fucking be Superman, they was going to use goddamn Brainiac. They did the cartoon animated version of the story I'm talking about, and it was good as fuck. It's like Brainiac's a supercomputer, and he's like fucking technology, and
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do the thing they keep leaving out of like Superman movies is like what made the Christopher Reeves one great is like that moment when Superman steps out of the chamber and you find out that he's just taken away Zod and all them's powers instead. He did his little trick. Like that's what Superman is always doing. He loves pageantry. Like you need to lean into that. It's just like Superman that they've been putting out recently is way too reactive. You should be more proactive. Like Superman's always one step ahead, as well as also being like super strong. And people say like the common complaint is Superman is boring, but what they mean to say is Superman is hard to write, but it's not impossible to do. Like that's what that character is. Just because it's difficult, don't try to make the character something else. You should make him. You got to give him like that moment where he wants, like he got to kind of wink at the camera in the Justice League a little bit, and it's so corny, but it's great. And he just shows
that
up.
Flash scene in the Justice League is the best part of the whole movie, bro. That shit where or I'll call him Hogan, where
He tries to like give him a little hell.
Superman like budges and trips him and shit and looks at him for a second.
Exactly.
And the first one, not the second one. I'm talking about like, yeah. You know what
My
I'm talking about
problem
in the
with
first Justice League?
the Snyder cut thing, that was a big missed opportunity because like if you have a chance to redo a movie, you should just like make the fact that that other stuff happened a part of the narrative. You know, like we went back in time and now we get to do all this stuff again. Like, if you have the ability to reshoot, and you even had like the CW crisis happen, and they had the little flash from the movie show up. Can't think of his name right now.
I rewatched Keaton Batman recently. They have that on Netflix, Batman 1 and Batman Returns. And
Is that where it went?
mhm.
Yeah, it was
So
on HBO for a while. Disappeared. Okay, it's on Netflix.
so I was watching the beginning and I was thinking, I fucking love this movie. Tim Burton's a shit. And there you could just take clips of that movie and pictures, and it's nostalgic and it's fucking magical. And the fucking part where Batman's out on the ledge in the very beginning, and he turns around and Burton makes the animation with the black figure and the ears poking up. Dude, I was like, it's over. I was like, this is the greatest Batman period. Just that little cut, that little scene right there. Like, why don't they do that all the time? That's the first time we see the Batman in a suit and he turns around and you see that, like, the nod to Batman animated and shit. It's just like, wow, man.
Man, the music in that movie.
Oh, Vicky Vale, whatever her name was, the photographer and shit, her like relationship with Alfred, dude, forget about it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like you can pick apart that movie for sure, but man, it was just so good. Like you have to watch it a bunch of times, and that's why so many people have complaints about that movie now, kind of like in modern days, because like I watched that wonderful movie 20 times, and now I want to talk about like kind of messed up he let that kid get mugged in the first place at the beginning. You know, like, you know, Batman, you're too high. What are you doing? You can't, you let those guys get beat up, and then you kind of go and attack those two dudes in the very beginning to deliver
Mm.
the I'm Batman line. But there's no denying, God, it's great. That Batmobile still might be the greatest Batmobile.
Oh yeah, I liked it whenever uh Jack's boss was telling him to go do the hit, and he was like, "You know, I don't like the chemicals. I don't like the." And I mean, that plays to your heartstrings. Like he's a gangster and he's a thug, but he's seen it coming. He's seen like, you know, I'm the greatest OG gangster on the streets, dude. But my boss was setting me up, and he went, and sure enough, he had to fucking take the axe like Shining style to the chemicals. He had the fucking chemicals everywhere. But
Yeah, man. He's like, if I'm going down, I'm gonna fuck up this whole factory.
he was laughing when he got, bro. It's the greatest. I mean, it's everything to Batman nostalgia. It's the origin of the Joker. It tells you the whole fucking story. That's the problem with Batman is they tell this story over and fucking over and fucking over again. You know.
Yeah, that's what I like. I didn't like. That's what I liked about the new one. The new one didn't go through the whole, you
The
know,
original shit. That's
yeah,
good.
Bruce Wayne and the pearls getting ripped off, and all that stuff. So his mom dying by the theater didn't show any of that. So
Yeah, just yeah, look, yeah, you guys know that Batman is. Look, he's hitting. It's fine. Get to this.
I wonder if Doc went and watched Batman. He probably did.
it's very dark. It's like Seven. It don't have none of the campy stuff. There's no, that's the one thing I didn't like about the older ones. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jack Nicholson, and the whole campy side of it. This is more. It's more like a horror movie.
Mm.
But it was really good. It's just too long, I thought.
Well, I hear my better half in the room. She just came back from Toy Town or some out of town little kiddie playground area or some shit. So I think it's about time.
Sounds good, man.
Yep. Appreciate you coming on. You know, we talked about wrestling and comics and shit, and Friday, we're going to be back with the Comic Collector Club. Knights of Old. He's going to be showing some of them Kojin giant Godzilla toys, and we're going to be talking about comics and shit like that, man. So check us out later. I appreciate you aggressively dropping on again, dude.
Yeah, it was fun talking about Scott Hall and stuff. Sucks he's gone.
Yeah, I really haven't been able to digest it well. I've been in a shit mood the last 2 days over it, so I don't know what to think half the time. But fucked up, dude. We'll see how it all plays out. But I appreciate people that have been supportive of it and shit like that. I don't want to,
Well, he was the
not
type
give
of
respect.
dude I can say for sure that would like come out. Like I said, he would come out and tell stories to like the teenagers working on his property just because he could tell we were like, we knew who he was and we were fans. And, we had to play it cool because our boss would be like, "What are you doing, dude?" But he was, he was cool enough to come out and be like, "You guys want to hear some crazy stuff?" Yeah, man. So
He wasn't a mark, man. He was all about the wrestlers and the boys and everything, but he didn't mark out over them too much. I think he looked up to Hogan more than anybody, man. Whenever from the gist I get from him, like he really liked Hogan a lot, I thought. But um, he was friends with all of them, bro.
yeah, he was legitimately friends with Hogan. Like he talked about, like talking to him on the phone when I saw him. We were like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, all the time." He lived in Florida too.
Triple H. He was friends with Triple H. He was friends with
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. All those guys, dude.
Yeah, I always wonder what would happen if Shawn Michaels would have went to WCW too. Been a lot better NWO, I think.
Yeah, Michaels would have been good for WCW. I agree. He might as well have too, because kind of lost his spot whenever Rock and Stone Cold started going.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels to me is the best salesman. He could really sell a move on somebody else. See that time he wrestled Hogan and he's like just flopping all over the ring
Oh yeah,
and thrown around like a rag doll.
He got tired of losing to Hogan. Didn't want to give him one. He was like, "Fuck it." He had more creative control than Shawn Michaels. Michaels
He had
didn't
him up
really
on the
have
top
enough.
turnbuckle, kick him in the belly, and he's flying.
It's a fucking shame because Shawn Michaels stuck to WCW or WWF, and here comes Hogan for his 5th trip back, and he's like, "Nope, fuck you. We're doing it my way." I love shit like that though. Like, fuck you, man. Hogan ate it up. He worked with it. He was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have to go watch something like I said, I'm going down the wrestling rabbit hole to like
Okay, thanks.
full
That's fine.
explanations and interviews with people like, yeah, this is why I kept, screwing this guy over. There's like a couple stories you guys said tonight. I have to go look for.
All right, we're gonna wrap up, guys. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Have a good one.
Peace out, dudes.
See you Friday.